Now, the very latest after fast-moving flames jump I-15, catching vehicles on fire and sending drivers running.
And we begin with the latest on that breaking news out of San Bernardino County, where crews are still battling the blaze. We have been following the so-called North Fire all night long, and it grew larger and larger. Here's the latest coming in just minutes ago. Right now, 2 northbound lanes of I-15 through the Cajon Pass have been reopened, but the southbound lanes toward LA are still closed. That fire is only 5% contained tonight after quickly growing to more than 3,500 acres just over the course of the afternoon. This despite the fact that more than 1,000 firefighters are out there. The fire tonight sparking an inferno on the highway, sending people running from burning cars.
Everyone decided to get out of the vehicle and just move upward, away from the fire.
At first, it was a little, okay, it's going to get taken care of, it will be put out, but then as it started to get closer and closer, just panic and kind of...
So you then did what?
Got out and started running up the hill.
Several people got a little too close to the flames for comfort. One couple with a baby inside their vehicle drove right past the fire. Check this out.
Jesus Christ. Go, people. Freaking go. Oh my God. I can feel the heat.
2 people were hurt, but fortunately their injuries are described as minor.
The wind-driven flames even blasted across I-15 in the Cajon Pass, setting more than a dozen vehicles on fire. Action News reporter Brian Callahan is monitoring the fire and the impact on the traffic. Brian is now live in Baker with more on how the detours are impacting people's travel plans tonight. Brian.
Yeah, Tricia, a lot of those people that have had to take detours have had long days today as they went around the fire, either heading south or coming north towards Las Vegas. You can still see some of those cars making their way down 15 here. And for many of those that took the detour, Baker and Barstow, a little bit further down the 15, have been popular stops. Hundreds of travelers were trying to regroup as a massive wildfire brought traffic to a standstill on I-15 on Cajon Pass.
We didn't even know about the fire. My sister called me and said, "How do you plan on getting here?" I'm like, "What do you mean?"
For many who hit the road before the fire started, that led to a frantic search for a detour in hopes of avoiding the dangerous flames that destroyed 20 vehicles.
That was the scary part, is when we heard about the cars catching fire, and we had no way off.
For most looking for detours, that meant at least another hour on the road to get to their destination.
At the time, they said there was 1 lane open, but then as we got on and heard on the news that they'd shut down the freeway. So it was like, okay, where are we going to get off and how are we going to get around this? Despite the dangerous conditions and the uncertainty on the road, many of the travelers say their thoughts were with those caught in the wildfire and said they were thankful that they were not caught up in the flames.
When the cars were catching fire, we could see the smoke changing color.
Wow.
So we knew that something was definitely happening that wasn't good.
And those that I talked to that took those detours said they were surprised that traffic wasn't as bad as they expected on those routes. Again tonight, the southbound lanes of 15 are closed there near Hesperia. Some of the northbound lanes have reopened, but we're told it's slow going through that area. Reporting live in Baker, Brian Callahan, Channel 13 Action News.
Brian, thank you. And all afternoon long, helicopters have been dropping water on the fire while firefighters are spraying from the ground. Jets were laying down red lines of flame retardant, hoping to block the fire's progress. Authorities had issued an evacuation order in the nearby area where multiple homes were said to be threatened.
We've received a number of incredible pictures of the fire sent in by some of the viewers who were in the area when it all got started. This gives you an idea of what that wall of flames was looking like as it moved a little closer to the interstate. And again, the intense heat coming from this fire. Earlier this afternoon, 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds pushing the blaze, and this is the smoke that was kicked up. Obviously some issues for anybody who might have respiratory problems coming from that fire, but that looks like it was taken from a house near the flames. But this is a bad situation for sure. If you have any pictures or video that you'd like to share, send them to icontribute@ktnv.com, or you can also use social media at #IC13. Our overnight team will follow the latest developments on the fire all night so we can bring you updates on the traffic situation between here and Southern California on Good Morning Las Vegas starting at 5 a.m.